Hello and welcome back to the Graceful Tangle podcast. I believe this is episode 119, but don't quote me on that. Whatever is in the title is correct. Not quite sure what exact episode that we're on, but I think it's 119. Anyway, I'm so excited that you are here today with me. I have quite a few projects to share with you guys, and I am super excited to be able to do so. Definitely don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and then click the notification bell right by that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any future videos and plans and things like that. I have so many things that I am really looking forward to just posting on YouTube and the other social media outlets, so definitely be sure to subscribe. And then you can also check out all of the links in the description box below to my pattern shops, social media platforms, some specific things that I'm going to be talking about today, and things like that. So always a really, really good resource to just keep in mind. And then as always, if you have any other questions about what I am working on or using or whatever the case may be, don't hesitate to send an email to thegracefultangle@gmail.com. That address is also down below, or comment down below if the comments are on, because YouTube does not like me very much. So apparently that is a recurring issue. Anyway, I do have one finished object to finally share. I feel like it's been a little while since I've shared an FO, so I'm really excited to have one. And this FO has taken way too long. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Okay, so today I have one pair of socks that I have finished throughout the course of this week, and I am so happy they are finally done. So these are a Christmas gift for one of my cousins. So obviously, you know, they're done now, which is great, but nothing will be done with them until December. But I love them so much. So here's what they look like. I used my own Success Socks pattern, the standard vanilla sock recipe. It's free on Ravelry and my blog. You can also find it on Etsy. Just a top-down pair of socks, 1x1 cuff, and then pure vanilla, so just plain stockinette for the entire leg and foot, and then a really simple toe and afterthought heel. So I really like this pattern. It's just really basic and easy. The yarn that I used is Knit Picks Static, and guess what I learned? It's being discontinued. I'm so sad. Knit Picks Static is one of my absolute favorite sock yarns. It's actually one of the first that I ever used, and I just love it. I have a few skeins of it in my stash. I'm looking at it right now, so I will be savoring every single stitch of those skeins. So sad. I wish it wasn't. There's like, last time I looked on the website, there's like one color option left in the yarn, and then it'll be gone. So sad, but anyway, I love how these turned out, and yeah, I mean, that's that. They were great. I'm learning more and more about how to size socks for people who, like, aren't me, and just be able to help socks fit their feet when I, don't have their feet and don't have them with me to try it on, and I'm getting better at it, I think, which is super exciting, because that's, like, something that I've always wanted to do, is just to make socks for other people. I just love the idea of it. And so I'm really hoping that I'll get better and better at it, and then it won't be, daunting. It'll just be normal. I'll just be able to guess, and it'll be correct. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, that is the only FO that I have to share this week that isn't a design. So let's go ahead and talk about a couple of whips that I have been working on this past week. Okay, I have two works in progress to share this week. One thing that I'm working on behind the scenes, but I can't share it. So Addison, or Addie, a Ruby and Roses yarn, sent me some yarn to make some swatches with for her and her shop, which is so fun. So I cannot share those colorways, but I am hoping to obviously make them and then get some pictures and stuff like that of them so that I can share them when the colorways launch on her shop. But yeah, she's so fun. She's one of my best virtual friends, I guess you can call it. She actually just got engaged too. It's amazing. She is in a beautiful season of life, and I'm so excited for her. But, so that's just kind of something that I'm working on behind the scenes. And then also in terms of designs, which we'll get into later, I am working on a sock design right now that was accepted for, Knit Picks that'll launch next year. So that's like literally all I can share about it. But that has taken a lot of time behind the scenes as well. So those are two big things that I can't share, but I have worked on. So kind of take that to heart as I share what semi-progress I've made on these two projects. Okay, first up, my cotton granny stripe blanket. So this is going so good. I didn't share it last week because I didn't have a ton of progress made, but I made a little bit more progress this week, and I thought I would go ahead and share it. I'm still really wanting to get this done throughout the month of August, and it's currently the 21st. So I have like, it's August has 31 days, I think. Does it? Does July? July has 31. We'll figure that out later, I guess. Probably on the 31st of August, if it exists. Because apparently I can't remember. It has been a long weekend. But I'm still hoping to finish it over the course of this month. So I have like 10 days left. I think I can do it. What I might do is like kind of calculate how many rows I need to do in order to make it the size that I want. And then go from there. I think that's what I'm going to do. But anyways, I am loving this blanket nonetheless. It is getting so big, as you can see on camera. So just a couple of details about this. I'm using all of my cotton scraps that I have kind of accumulated from previous projects over the years. I've been knitting and crocheting since I was 12, so that's been 8 years now. And this is like basically 8 years worth of cotton scraps. Kind of insane. But I made it my mission to use them to make this blanket, and it is going so well. I am just doing the granny stripe stitch. I'm using a 5mm crochet hook, and that's giving me a really nice gauge, but one that is still, you know, kind of tight. Like the stitches are very secure and strong, which is something that I definitely wanted. And yeah, just using a whole bunch of scraps. If you're curious, I'm attaching the ends with the magic knot technique. And I really love that knot. I think it's the easiest, and it's not going to go anywhere, so that's my preference typically. Sometimes I'll do like an overhand knot and then leave the tails and weave them in. It kind of depends on what I'm working on, but for this project, it's kind of in a mix, I guess, of those two techniques, but primarily I'm doing the magic knot technique, and it is going great. So anyway, I'm excited to keep working on this. Hopefully I'll have tons of progress to share next week, because I'm hoping, like, if everything goes according to plan, it will be the last time I share it next week on the episode. It will be the last week I share it as a WIP and not an FO. I'm really hoping that can pan out how I want it to. That, and I'm itching to make some more blankets, so I want this one to be done. Anyway, it's full of memories. I love it. I'm really excited to have a full cotton blanket as well. I'm just going to use it so much. And it has been a lovely, lovely project. And it's so colorful. My mom loves it too, which is always fun. I love it so much. Okay, and then the only other, I have like cotton in my nose now. In case you needed to know that. Okay, the only other work in progress that I'm working on is another pair of socks. So this is actually another Christmas gift. And I had started these a while ago and then put them on hold when I was working on the other pair of socks and the design. It was using my like 2 pairs of sock noodles that I have, so something had to give. But I have picked them back up again since I finished that last pair of vanilla socks, and here's what they currently look like. So the leg is actually past done. I'm doing an afterthought heel, but I'm doing like a, I guess, traditional afterthought heel where you don't put in any waist joint or anything, just so that I could keep going. Like I was working on these kind of at work off and on this week, or I guess only one day actually. But anyways, I wanted to not have to think about it. So I'm just squeezing down in stockinette, but here's what they look like. They're so fun. I love these socks so much. I am using Barocco Comfort Sock. This is one of my favorite sock yarns. I've actually made my dad some socks out of a similar color that's kind of more manly. And it's not similar color at all. It's all green. Same yarn, different color, more manly color option, and I loved making them. So I'm excited to make this person almost gave it away. She might watch, so I don't want to give it away. But I'm making these as a Christmas gift, and they're going really great. That's my point. But like I said, this is Barocco Comfort Sock. It's 50% superwash nylon, or superfine nylon, and 50% superfine acrylic. Yeah, it's also got like a woven twist instead of like a standard, multiple ply twist, which I really like. I love knitting with it. It doesn't split easily at all. Just kind of glides over the needles very well. It's kind of slippery, so you kind of have to get in, just keep your gauge in check and to kind of tension the yarn a little bit tighter than you usually would. That's what I do. So because of that, it's a tad more slow going than other sock yarns, but that's just a comment. It's not really a criticism or anything. I'm really enjoying it. Obviously, the self-striping is so fun. So fun. I love the little, faux fair isle bits as well. And that is it. That is all my works in progress this week, I believe. Let me check and make sure. Yes, I have my super fancy show notes here. I gotta make sure I don't forget anything. It's just a list, literally. But yeah, so that is the only works in progress that I have this week that aren't designs. But I am working on some really fun designs. So let's go ahead and talk about those. Okay, let's talk designs. So the first thing I wanted to share, last week I released a brand new pattern, the DK Brilliant Beanie, and here is what it looks like. I love how this pattern turned out. This is just a really simple, beginner-friendly DK white hat pattern. It uses a 1x1 rib cuff, fully stockinette, like socks, just plain knitting in the round for the entire body, and then you do some simple decreases, add a pom-pom if you'd like. And yes, so this pattern is free on Ravelry and my blog, or you can download the PDF on Etsy. And I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that you like making it. It's so fun. And DK is like, it's supposed to be, but it really is the perfect blend between fingering and DK, or fingering and worsted. It's still lightweight, but it's also, you know, squishy and warm and goes a little bit faster than fingering. Well, quite a bit faster, actually. And yeah, I love making this version, and so I hope that you guys enjoy making the pattern as well. And then on that note, I am also working on a super bulky Brilliant Beanie. This one I think is going to be called the Mega Brilliant Beanie. That's kind of the name that I have playing around in my mind right now. And I made the first sample over the course of this week, and here's what it looks like. So I used 2 different colors of Knit Picks Tough Puff for this sample. I believe the blue is called Sky and the pink is Flamingo. I think that's right. And yeah, it's just a super squishy hat. Goes so fast. I use size 11 needles, and this is a bulky weight 6 yarn. And obviously this one is two-toned. So that is one thing that you could do with this pattern. You can make it, you know, dual-toned, which I think is super cute, especially for like little kids. Or I'm working on another sample right now using just one color, and I have only done the ribbing, and I'm not even done with it. I actually paused so that I could film a reel, but here's what it currently looks like. I'm just working on the ribbing right now, going so fast, obviously, but I am using a solid color, 2 skeins of, again, Knit Picks Tough Puff. Here's what a new skein looks like, in the colorway Snickerdoodle. So it's a really pretty tan color. I'm excited about it. It's such a squishy hat and so quick. I really love, like, kind of US 11, which is what I'm using for this design. It's kind of the highest needle I like to go up to overall. It's just, you know, really big without being completely uncomfortable for my hands. And so, yeah, I really like it. Goes super quick. I love these needles too. These are the 16-inch Knit Picks nickel-plated size 11 needles, and I love them. I have 2 pairs of size 11s. One are the Clover Takumi brand, so they're like bamboo, and then these are nickel-plated. And I like these better overall, I think, but I'm really thankful to have both options. Yeah, so anyway, that is the next beanie pattern that I am working on. I think I will probably wait until either late September or early October to release this pattern, because it is super bulky and warm. But yeah, it is almost, like, I know we still have a good bit of summer left, especially here in the South, and lots of people do not like saying, you know, it's almost fall, let's live up summer, and I totally hear you, like, I understand that, but at the same time, I am in Alabama, and it has been so hot since April, and it is now August, so I am so excited for cooler weather, and I'm definitely hoping that it is in the near future. The past few mornings actually have been a little bit cooler, like really early, and I have loved it. So I can't wait to have days when that just stays all day long. But that said, I will embrace the rest of the summer, still release a couple of hat patterns, and then soon we will be full on into the fall season, and I am very excited for that. Okay, moving on, next design. This is another one that I have already started, and it is a new knit tee, and I'm so excited about it. So I hit my goal this week. I was trying, well, I'm actually not sure. I think I might have said I want to finish the body. I didn't quite do that. But I did want to finish the second skein, and that is what I accomplished. And here's what it currently looks like. So actually, I'm basing this pattern off of the shirt that I'm currently wearing. I love this shirt. I have a couple exactly like it. I love it. It's a little bit cropped. It's oversized. It's so cozy. It looks good with, you know, jeans, Nike shorts that I have on now, denim shorts, leggings. Like, I love it so much. And it is from Old Navy, and I really wish it would come back in stock because it's kind of driving me nuts. It's out of stock. on the website, and it's so sad. But anyways, I love the shirt, and so this is, I'm kind of, I was inspired by the shirt to design this tee pattern, so I'm hoping that it works out how I've planned it to, but it's definitely going well so far. So I'm using Knit Picks Cotton. I believe this colorway is Mustard Seed, and it is my favorite mustard shade ever. I love this color so much. It's definitely color accurate on the screen. Yeah, I love it. And I placed this marker, so that's how much progress I have made over the course of this past week. Really like the first half of the week, because I did not do any crocheting at all yesterday, Saturday. I was gone from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. Working at our church, which I'll talk more about that later. And then Friday was also really busy, so I have not had hardly any time to create this weekend, but this is what I made earlier on in the week, and I'm really hopeful to make some more progress as this next week begins. So I'm loving this. It's coming along. I'm excited about it. I'm hoping it gets done soon. It would be the perfect kind of fall garment, so that is definitely what I am hoping for. And then so last couple of designs. This one, I'll go ahead and share it because it is releasing in 2 days on Thursday. So this podcast will air on Tuesday, and this pattern is going to release on Thursday. It is the trusty Tunisian pillow, and I love this thing so much. I used velvet yarn. It is so, so soft. This is not a hole, by the way. It is just where the stitches split out, because velvet yarn does not hold its structure as well as some other yarns. I was trying to kind of cover it up a little bit, but it's not really working with me right now. Anyways, I love this design. It turned out so cute. It's the softest pillow ever. I actually have enough yarn to make another one, so I think I want to do that. I need to get another pillow form, but I think I want to do that. And yeah, it's just so fun. I love it. So this pattern is going to release soon. Stay tuned because I'm so excited about it. And I'm loving it. Yeah, it's so fun. So, so fun. Okay, and then the last design that I wanted to share today is a new dishcloth pattern, and this one's going to be releasing very early in September, and I am designing it with some brand new yarn. So I kind of hinted at this last week, but Originally Lovely launched a brand new yarn line, and Caitlin asked if she could send some to me, and I was over the moon excited to take part in that opportunity. So this is a Pima Cotton DK weight yarn. I am obsessed with it. It is the best Pima cotton I have ever worked with. It is so soft, yet it still feels very sturdy, which is what I love about cotton yarn. It doesn't split, even though the spin is a little bit looser than typical, I wouldn't say typical yarns, but it's just a little bit looser than some, I guess. And I haven't had zero issues with it splitting, which is amazing, because splitting is not something I enjoy dealing with, and I have had zero issues. So I'm so excited about that. They come in 50-gram balls, and you get 116 yards or 106 meters per little ball. So a really good amount of yarn. And I am using 2 colorways to create this new dishcloth design. I actually am done with the body of the dishcloth, and I'm just going to add a border now. So the first sample is almost done, and here's what it looks like. I think this stitch is so fun. I just love it. It looks a little bit like plaid to me, which I think is really cute. Yeah, I love it, and I love this color combination. I am just obsessed with it. It's going so good. It's so much fun to do. Oh my goodness, I love it. So definitely stay tuned for this pattern. I have not decided on a name yet, so if you have any ideas, let me know, please. But I'm loving it so much, and the yarn is obviously so fun. I was kind of talking with Caitlin a little bit over Instagram, and it's so cool, like how much we have in common. I've mentioned this before, but I'm a nanny for a Sweet Family, and she was too when she was growing her business, which is so cool. And then now she is expecting, her and her husband are expecting their first baby, which is just absolutely beautiful, and I'm so happy for them both. So yeah, definitely check out her Instagram account if you haven't, and obviously the yarn line that she hosts. It's amazing. I love being able to call her a friend, and again, virtual friends are so fun. I wish we could all meet in person, but I'm so thankful for them and you guys. It's the best. Okay, so that is it for all the yarn content this week. I do have a little devotional and a life update to share, so let's go ahead and jump into that for the last few minutes. So for devotional this week, I kind of just wanted to talk about something that I've been reading recently and how it's just spoken to me and been an encouragement to me personally, and I hope that it will be for you as well. So I have been going through a chronological Bible study throughout this entire year, and I'm so excited about it. It's been such a beautiful journey already. In September, I'll be getting into the New Testament, which I'm really excited about. But yeah, it's been amazing. I've been able to, grow in my understanding with the Word and understanding of who God is and what He's done for me so much, which is just amazing. I'm continually in awe and just love Him so much. It's the most beautiful relationship. But I'm reading through Ezekiel right now, and in the entire New Testament, but I've noticed particularly in this book, the phrase, "I am the Lord your God," is said so many times by God as He was trying to just bring hope to the Israelites who had just fallen away from Him. And this verse, or this phrase, like I said, it's said many, many times over the course of this book. It also reminds me of Psalm 46:10, which says, "Be still and know that I am God." And I just feel like so much peace when I hear those words. Like, God is totally overwhelming in the most beautiful way of His power and goodness and faithfulness to us as His people, but at the same time, we're also called just to have such a beautiful friendship and connection and just do life with Him by our side, and to recognize that He's always with us. And I feel like this verse kind of says that in a really beautiful way. Like, just life is completely overwhelming, lots of stuff going on, and we're all busy, but just be still and know that He is God, and He is in control, and He's got it, and He has you in His hands, and He's guiding you this far, and He will continue to guide you. So as I was reading this morning and just kind of going through the past couple of days, which have been crazy, that's just kind of been on my heart. And when I read it this morning, like he's been in my mind, and obviously, just knowing that He's faithful even in so much confusion. And today, as I read that, it was just such a beautiful reminder of it. And then I also kind of thought of, we're called to seek Him first and seek to glorify Him always. And if that's our mission, to seek Him, to know Him, to love Him, and to glorify Him, then He will always be with us, and He will always guide us, and He will bless us abundantly. And I'm so, so hopeful for that. So anyway, I hope that was an encouragement to you. Kind of ties right into Life Update. It has been a whirlwind of a week and weekend. Work itself, nanny job, has been amazing and beautiful, and I'm so, so grateful for it. And then yesterday we had a concert at the amphitheater that is associated with our home church, and it was amazing. It was so much work, but at the same time, I'm so grateful for it, and I'm so grateful for, an able body that I can serve with, and obviously people to serve alongside and to get to know better through serving together. So it was a very long day, very chaotic day, lots of stuff going on, and then this morning doing cleanup, lots of stuff going on, but it was still really good, and again, I'm so, so grateful for it. So I hope that you are having an amazing week. I hope that I will have a more peaceful week. Maybe a little bit less crazy of a week and weekend combination, but I'm so hopeful for what He has in store, and confident that He will carry me through it, and confident that He will carry you through it as well, as you learn to lean on Him. Thank you so, so much for watching. I hope that you have enjoyed the episode. I would love to hear what you are working on this week, so definitely don't hesitate to leave a comment below or send an email to, like I said before, thegracefultangle@gmail.com. You can also join the Facebook group and share what you're working on there, and that is linked down below, so that would be a super easy way to kind of share with a bunch of people what you're working on, which would be so fun. I am hoping to grow a big community through that group, so definitely join if you haven't already, and then of course subscribe to the channel. Thank you so, so much for watching, and until next time, happy making. Bye!